Wow, people wey suppose talk true to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This man not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo.
Yo, hello there. Welcome to Maiyegun's Diary Politico. This afternoon, morning to you, or if you are watching, if it is already evening from where you are watching from right now, welcome to Maiyegun's Diary. To you, my brother, sir, thank you very much for waiting. Every one of you who has been waiting for the arrival of the service, the sermon, thank you. But remember the last time what I told you, that it is great if you subscribe onto Maiyegun's Diary. It helps greatly because number one, once you subscribe, then you set up your notification. Whenever Maiyegun is live, you won't be missing anything. And you can also plug into diasporaradiointernational.com. Yes, you can also plug in there to listen to the audio of Maiyegun's broadcast and so many other programs, you know, especially on Diaspora Radio International. See, guys, friends and brothers and sisters, brethren, in the Temple of Truth, where we just say it the way it is. We don't play fool to things we know that you know, we have played fool to in the past. We say things the way they are, and many of us seems more comfortable around Maiyegun, and you have been very supportive of Maiyegun, as much as social media and like platform like Facebook continue to limit our reach, cut our voice or our voices down, but we continue to find means of reaching out and communicating, reaching out, you know, having this type of program on. So thank you for all the support, for all the love. I'm looking for the day I'm going to actually meet many of you in person. I look forward to that day, and I believe it won't be far from now. I have had many of you who have proposed to me just recently that they want the better quality and pictures of what Maiyegun is presenting, especially now that they know that I do record short clips now, trying to fit in, with a very good quality camera from our studio. But yeah, you have also been pledging to send me a new camera, lens, and the rest of that. Those are the support that I call encouragement. When you feel like, I just want to continue to listen to this guy. I want to continue to talk to you. I want to continue to, contribute to raise the army of more enlightened people who are going to be bold enough to join the team, the force, and everyone who is working tirelessly day and night, mentally, physically, to ensure that a rigged system like that of Nigeria, working against everyone who claims to be a Nigerian, is destroyed. Destroying their rigged system is the first step to other liberations that everyone from everywhere may be yearning for. So it's a big crusade. It's a long one, but we'll continue to do better. So thank you so much for all the support. Don't forget, subscribe. Subscribe. That's the only way. For whatever it is worth. If you love listening to Maiyegun and you just check now, you're like, hey, I haven't subscribed, Sha. Yeah, click on. Because once I start now, I won't stop until I exhaust everything that is in my brain tonight. So we can do this from the beginning, and I'm sorry if it's a bit tiring for you. Okay, so let's get started. If you had taken your time to read the caption of this broadcast, and if you have also taken your time as well to read the description and other things we're going to discuss about tonight, you will realize that the title, which is Time to Impeach Buhari. So many people have been talking about that. I understand. I'm not trying to build any sort of hope or euphoria that the crop of yes men that you have in the National Assembly right now can actually sum up the courage to stand up and save their beloved, is it beloved or beloved? Whatever. Beloved or beloved Nigeria, or Nigeria as we have come to know it. You will think, but if we are looking forward to that, that is impossible. I agree, 100%. But let me tell you why it is important that those who indeed love Nigeria should be demanding for two things. One, it is time to impeach Buhari, arrest him, and then prosecute him for all the human rights violations, the killings, state-sponsored terrorism, and for treason as a traitor against Nigeria. Do you get that now? Maybe I should put it again. The first important thing that should be done if Nigeria was supposed to be in the hands of possibly Nigerians, but there is no Nigerian. Nobody is a Nigerian. And I'll continue to say that. Yes, the passport we are holding, according to the geographical description of where we are documented, with documented backup that says this is where we come from. The geographical location, Nigeria, the passports. But can you tell me in your own mind that anybody who is a Nigerian, like all those people who have been in charge of Nigeria from 1960 to 2020, tell me in your own honest mind, can you tell me any of them that is a true Nigerian? the success that some of us Yorubas that we are referring to today as the success of Yorubas was, were achieved when we were practicing regional system of government, whereby the Yoruba money was spent in Yoruba land, the Yoruba plan, the Yoruba law, everything Yoruba was indeed used in developing Yoruba, including the type of way we worship and the rest. Remember, the moment they, I'm taking you back the memory lane now. So the moment they planned their coup of January 1966, and then the retaliatory coup of Gowon and Co. of July 1966, since that time, tell me anyone of your leader, or because that's the moment they started claiming one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Before then, everybody was holding their region, doing their thing. So after 1966, they started forcing one Nigeria on all of you. Now, since that time, can you show me one single person, one single of them that is a genuine Nigerian? Because if there has been a single one of them that has been Nigerian, or if those who have been in charge of the destiny of Nigeria from 1966, if they have been genuine, true, patriotic Nigerians, do you think Nigeria would be this terrible? Do you think a terrorist, a criminal that should be serving life in jail will ever come back to become your president again? Do you think so? And if you look at all their antecedents, who are they? They were rogues, thugs, coupists, manipulators, government contractors. All in all, they milked, sucked, starved, and do everything to the Nigeria that should have been their country. Remember that. So it is because of the fact that there is none of them that is genuine Nigerian. Even this Buhari that is there. We are now hearing that apart from the fact that Nigeria is supplying electricity to Niger Republic, we are also supplying them crude oil, and we are going to be importing petrol from them to Nigeria. And then Nigeria is also going to build a rail line from Nigeria to Niger Republic, so that when they continue to do their election, Wuru, Magomago, and the rest of that, they don't need the camels, they don't need the trucks, they don't need all those things anymore. All they need to do is what? Just put them on the train and, move them in. And you continue to shout your one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. And the mystery that they are bringing upon them in the northern Nigeria, they have to drag the rest of the country with it. So why should Buhari be impeached? Why should people begin to demand for two things? The rogues that are in Abuja right now, the National Assembly of rogues, they can't do the job. But let me take you through what I believe have constituted the violation of the Constitution, that worthless 1999 Constitution. Do you know that they make it so difficult to impeach a president with that 1999 Constitution? Except if the National Assembly just goes rogue enough to go ahead and push it, like they did with Obasanjo. Remember, Gali Nahaba and Obasanjo. But they won't do that because they have completely messed up with the fake document called 1999 Constitution. Told you, I don't see your hand though. You are back again. Thank you, Baba. God bless you. So except they try to do that, to go the way of Gali Namba and Co. when they wanted to impeach Obasanjo. But these ones have no boss. They burned them. But why should Buhari be impeached? Remember that when Buhari and APC, Egbekegbe, when they started their Professor Pella Abracadabra campaign, change, that even Buhari himself couldn't pronounce. He was pronouncing chain, but people thought he didn't know how to pronounce change. They thought it was because of his tongue. That is why he couldn't pronounce change. Change as, he was pronouncing change as chain. So APC, chain, APC, chain, all past criminals. Past criminals. He campaigned on 3 things. Number 1, security. Number 2, corruption, to fight corruption. Number 3, economy, to create more jobs. So let us start. Now let's even say he failed to deliver on all those promises. Those are impeachable offenses alone. But they have committed more crime. Despite the, apart from the fact that he has been unable to deliver on those political and constitutional promises he made. They are supposed to be moral promises, by the way. You know, if you get morale, but they don't get any morale. But let's start with the security. Do you know that when the past government was handing over power to Buhari, there was no part of Nigeria under the control of the Boko Haram? Let's start with, do you know that before Buhari became president, the major problem, the major security crisis facing Nigeria, facing the northeastern part of Nigeria, was the Boko Haram members, who were in fact advancing to Abuja using bombing mosques, bombing churches, kidnapping people, kidnapped Chibok girls. Remember the story, Abi? They were Boko Haram boys. But by 2015, before the election, then after the election, when Buhari became president, it was meant to continue that total annihilation of the terrorists. But something happened. There was no other terror group. There were no all this news. Then, remember, let me remind you, please. Did you remember? Yeah, you do. Beautiful. Because 5 years is a long time. People are so used to people being killed by bandits who are actually Boko Haram, by Fulani terrorists who are actually Boko Haram. And I'm going to give you instances on that too. So Buhari stopped when he took over power, when he became president. The number 1 thing he did, which everyone at the time thought it was for good. Did you get that now? Everyone thought it was for good, except for people like us who knew then that una go suffer, wait for it, they are coming. But in all honesty, I never thought it would get this bad, that they will be killing people like it's absolute nothing. Yes, the bombs have stopped, they have stopped exploding in the cities. But look at the numbers of people they are killing now. So what would they take on step by step? Do you get that now? It took over from Jonathan. Boko Haram members were on the run, but they were not defeated. When he took over, Alhaji Sheikh Shekau, who declared his caliphate, ran away, but he was not caught. Then Buhari came in. But before Buhari came in, the army of that time, they arrested the mastermind of the terror attack at a church in Abuja. His name was Kabiru Sokoto. Now, Kabiru Sokoto was in jail, standing trial for terrorism, when Goodluck Jonathan handed over power to Buhari. So when Buhari came in, he changed the service chiefs, those who were fighting the war at the time. You remember Ejirika, I can't remember all their names now. Some of you remember the names. Give me names, please. Give me names of those guys who were working with Jonathan at that time. So they sacked all of them, and they didn't just sack them. You know, something that even if you have to retire them to change guard, Abi, you will change guard, but you will still let that chain of, you know, that chain of cooperation to exist from those who were battling with the Boko Haram, who have managed, out of all international sanctions, they have managed to dislodge the Boko Haram at the time. So you, the general, war general, who just come in, at least you will need their experience in a way. But something happened, they were sacked, and many of them were arrested because they found out that they have been making money from the Boko Haram war, which is a crime, Abi. Then a member of that crook organization, Buratai the Butcher, who was part of that team, was promoted. And in fact, he was made the chief of army staff, the man in charge of all the ground troops. Anything that goes on, moves on the ground, militarily, or paramilitarily, when it concerns anything local like that, Buratai is in charge. His own authority is so powerful. They made him powerful. Then you will think, okay, fine. Maybe Buratai will help Buhari to completely destroy Boko Haram. No. We didn't know that there were arrangements that is completely different from what Jonathan was serving the Boko Haram at the time, which was very much like, indeed, when he woke up, death. They were offering them carrots, and they were cutting, breaking the stick. It was just carrots. Are you a terrorist? Don't run. Come here. We'll give you money. We'll give you something. Come here. They called it Operation Safe Corridor. So the moment Buhari changed all the security chiefs, Boko Haram, they regrouped. So people said, Maiyegun, why are you bothering yourself now? When Boko Haram were killing and bombing everywhere, it was because their commander was not in power. Now that their commander is in power, it's just they have to re-strategize. Now there is no bombing of city anymore. Okay? So, in fact, they won't be called Boko Haram anymore. They have to change course. Maiyegun, why are you dulling yourself? People do tell me that. Maiyegun, why are you dulling yourself now? Can't you put these things together? Buhari came to power for 4 months between May and September. There was no Boko Haram attack. There was no attack. Then from October 2015, November, December, we started hearing about Fulani herdsmen. In fact, in order to make us not to really take it serious, because everybody is just recovering from Boko Haram. Which waiting the Fulani herdsmen again? Fulani herdsmen, they killed village head. They killed 45 people and village head. They killed 60 people. Which will be this again now? Which will be Fulani herdsmen again? Meanwhile, Boko Haram just silent. And Laya Muhammad and co, they continue to go around every social media, everywhere. We have technically defeated Boko Haram. They said, oh, it's because it's raining period. So Boko Haram cannot move. That is why our soldiers are not fighting them for now. We have technically defeated. You know all those stories now. But while everybody were like, okay, maybe, na body language, na Buhari body language, all the Boko Haram don't know. Even like I said, they don't know. Now, boom, Fulani terrorists. Those ones started killing people. Waiting be this again. The Mijetiala came out from nowhere. They became activists. And suddenly, they started getting allocation from federal government. What is going on? Then, boom, boom, boom. Yobe State 2016. Boko Haram strike. Waiting again. Boko Haram don't come back. They say, no, this one be Iswapo. Boko Haram don't break into two. We now have Alhaji Shekau faction. And we have Mohammed Yusuf son faction. Okay. Maybe now that they have changed the soldiers and changed the whatever, maybe now that the Buhari is going to lead them from the front. The Buhari Didris were jumping up and down. They said is the enemy of Buhari that are making Boko Haram has been defeated. How come? What is going on? Then we found out that it was all planned. It was all the same terrorist style. If not, how come that the northern leaders, cleric leaders, governors, opinion molders, scholars, their lawyers, everybody, how come they are no longer angry that people are being killed? Then something was wrong. Then like joke, Buhari just decided to withdraw 1 billion naira from the excess crude accounts. This was excess crude accounts, money saved from excess they made from selling crude oil. You know, when they budgeted, we're projected to sell crude oil, for example, for $50 per barrel in 2021. And boom, crude oil is being sold for, being sold for $70-80. You know, that is an extra $30 on each barrel. So if Nigeria sell, for example, 20 million or 30 million or 50 million barrels in a year, that is going to be $80 by 80 million barrels. So they are making, $30. So Obasanjo created excess crude account at the time. They are putting money there. When Buhari came to power, the total amount left by Goodluck Jonathan inside the excess crude accounts was just 1.5 billion. 1.7 billion. And when Buhari came in, for 5 years, Buhari added 350 million. And if you add 1.4 billion, Buhari added 350. And that takes us to 750 billion naira dollars rather. Sorry. So he added $350 million to the excess crude account in 5 years, and he withdrew 1 billion from it because he wanted to fight Boko Haram. In 2017, Boko Haram came back. They kidnapped 110 school children, same way they kidnapped in Chibok. Boko Haram's government paid the terrorists 13.5 million euros, which they denied. Oh, would you believe them? Do you believe anything they tell you? To free the kidnapped school children. Everything just escalated. Boom. And when you look at the way the bandits, today we now have bandits. We have Fulani terrorists. Those who are making most noise now are the bandits and Boko Haram. They technically defeated Boko Haram 5 years ago. So people are now, those are those who are now reigning now. So they took $1 billion without the approval of the National Assembly. The National Assembly sat for 2 times and they sent a decision to the president to sack his military and service chiefs. That whatever security technicality they are using to stop terrorism, it is not working. And that is something that shouldn't even be, except if you have a president that is sleeping. Do you get that now? Buhari ignored them. Look at these boys. Nonsense. Saku. Then Buhari withdrew $1 billion, flew to America, that they wanted to buy fighter jets and weapons to fight Boko Haram. On the other hand, they were buying weapons from Serbia, buying weapons from Saudi Arabia, buying weapons from Jordan, Pakistan, and so many other countries all over the world. And all these weapons, new armor tanks and all of them, they are locking them up somewhere. We are seeing Nigerian soldiers being captured by terrorists. You see, Nigerian soldiers will receive their weapons. The Boko Haram, they will go there. They will kill the Nigerian soldiers. They will take away all the weapons. They have rocket launchers. They have all of this. They have people moving money for them within the Nigeria financial system. but the system is not going after them. The only terrorists that, all the terrorists that Buhari met when he became president in 2015, they have released all of them. Though they keep denying it. They said, "Oh, Kabiru Sokoto is not released." Meanwhile, there was a time they said, "Oh, he escaped." Meanwhile, they released him. All this whole thing are violation of the constitution to protect the lives and properties of Nigerians as their president, as their leader. You know what I mean? You swore to protect their lives and their properties. So when you don't do that and you fail at that, the National Assembly deserves to call you to come and explain why you think you are still capable of controlling the completely out of hand insecurity situation in Nigeria. You know, it is completely out of hand. Right now, in the northern part of Nigeria, as you are watching this video, yeah, 80% of the northern part of Nigeria right now are now in control of different terrorist organizations, including the bandits that are now reigning supreme. Bandits are killing soldiers. These are things that you would never imagine, could ever imagine. When Jonathan was their president, they said maybe because he was so soft and he was so lazy, he had no spine, that they brought in a lifeless breathing mannequin. That everyone now, they said, they said before Buhari became president, people will get job. Buhari no get job. Nigerians brought him, they gave him job. Now Buhari don't get job. Nigerians don't get job again. Nigerians don't get joy again. It is a sad story. To you, my Oga, again, this time around you have attached your super chat with your super sticker. Thank you, Baba. I'm going to read out your text. Thank you, Maiyegun, Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu, Koiki Media, and Dr. Chidi in Toronto for a job well done. We appreciate you with a clap. Thank you very much, Toju, for your support. They are golden, and I don't take them for granted, by the way. Thank you very much. So I'm putting all of this together to get myself a very lovely fitting camera, which is going to make my pictures, live pictures more better, like 4K, Ultra HD, pixel, you know what I mean? So thank you, Toju, for contributing to that. Thank you, Baba. Yeah, that is a violation. He has failed. Another thing is that this one is not really on the current National Assembly. It is literally on the Saraki Senate. You remember when Buhari left Nigeria for 3 months, over 3 months, over 100 days, Abi, and it was in London, which now led to today's story that circumstances have proved to some extent to be, to be valid to some extent, because since Buhari returned from that London, you and I will agree that no be the same Buhari that left for London, returned back to Nigeria. You will agree with me, although it depends from which angle you are seeing it from. But generally, even if you want to be neutral now, let's say you want to be neutral now, we know that health-wise, Buhari is sick, very, very sick. I personally believe that the reason why he's more like half dead, a vegetable, is because he has a dementia, right? But we have, our brethren who strongly believe that, the man inside Aso Rock is not in fact, whether the amnesia Buhari, okay, or senile Buhari, or mad Buhari, it is in fact an impostor, someone who is standing in as a Buhari. But let us be honest to ourselves, okay? You will agree, won't you, that since Buhari returned from that London, the Buhari that returned from London is no longer the Buhari that left for London. The Buhari that campaigned in 2014, 2015. You can tell that. Though you can put that on age, I can agree with you. Because last class, you are going to agree with me too at some point, right? So you can say because of his age, you can say because they say he has a prostate cancer at the time, which led to that, medical procedures that he underwent at the time in London, which was reported in some quarters that actually took his life. But now let's just sound it neutral, like I said. If you can have a quick flashback, the Buhari that left for London is not a shy Buhari. The Buhari that left for London is the one that will answer all your questions, no matter how stupid it will sound. The one that left for London is the one that left for London, which was already suffering from a little bit of amnesia at the time. It was suffering from amnesia at the time, where he couldn't remember some certain things during the 2014-2015 campaigns. These are the signs and symptoms of amnesia at the time. That was the Buhari that left for London, the one that was suffering from senility and loss of mind and complete loss of mind. Yeah, that was the one. But the moment he came back, well, he became an effigy. He became a deity. Someone that everybody now goes into the museum to see. They turned Aso Rock, that we now call Asshole Rock. They turned it into welfare home for Buhari, that people just have to go and see if he is there or not. Not because they expect anything much. Do you see that change? Do you see that kind of transformation? Can you picture that type of Buhari that always go abroad for medical treatment? The one that even when he had ear problem. And the argument to cover the fact that Buhari no longer travel is that to save any further embarrassment and all of that, it is better that they spend as much as possible to keep those Buhari is meeting in London, to make sure they come to Nigeria under the diplomatic cover, under the diplomatic community, and they will fly them in and out every now and then, instead of Buhari to go back there every 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But people say, why waste the time on something that is not even there? The reason why Buhari no longer travel is because the person sitting in as Buhari inside Aso Rock is an impostor. Now, you would expect the National Assembly of Nigeria, where reasonable people who want to put a doubt in place, instead of killing people who are saying this, instead of arresting them, instead of trying to make up different fake laws to turn democracy to what they have turned it into now, you would expect people in the National Assembly to say, number one, we want Buhari to come to the National Assembly, to come and answer some certain questions from the National Assembly member. Because in this case, you would expect a president of a country, right? If not, except for Nigeria, where they have enslaved people's mind a lot, okay? You would expect the people of a country or a leader of a country to be everywhere. Now, it should be the most busiest. It should be the most, in fact, the most busiest president in anywhere in the world right now. Everywhere, should be everywhere. But you know it won't be everywhere. Elsewise, it can't be everywhere. Because the Constitution says if his health will no longer allow him to do his job properly, therefore, he should resign or he should be impeached. The National Assembly will never ask for any independent medical check for Buhari, then bond them. Who bond them? They won't be able to ask for that. Earthwise, on the earth ground alone, Buhari should no longer be president of Nigeria. On earth ground alone, because it is obvious that Those who are taking decisions on his behalf right now, whether Buhari that is alive or Buhari that is dead, people are taking decision in his name. They are killing Nigerians in his name. They are committing genocide in his name. They are breaking the law in his name. The judicial system is broken in his name. The policing system is further broken in his name. Human rights abuses has been escalating in his name. All these things being done in his name are illegal things being done in his name, and they will continue to go in his, to his name as Buhari as the head of that government. So if he is medically sound, he will listen to his own legal advisors that indeed, if you cannot sack those who should do the job, Nigerians won't expect him to pick up the gun and go after terrorists. He should give the order and give them the equipment to do the job. And when they deliver, he takes the glory as the leader of the country. That's how it should be. Do you know that? But when you don't have a president who is of a sound mind, people will begin to take decision and make decision on his behalf. Before now, it was Abba Kyari. Let me tell you something. If Abba Kyari was alive, your de facto president at the time, I would be very sure that Abba Kyari may have sacrificed one or two of those service chiefs, and you will think it is Buhari that sacked them. Look at what they did when Oshibajo sacked Babashir Lawal. When Babashir Lawal was accused of diverting money meant for the people living in IDP camp. Do you know people who live in IDP camps? IDP camps, or let me put it, IDP, internally displaced persons. Do you know what that beautiful adjective or whatever, or abbreviation, do you know what that stands for? In me and use language, the real language we understand. It means that inside refugee, Nigerians who have become refugees in their own country. Now, they call them the internally displaced persons. They were supposed to be cared for by government. They were supposed to be protected by the government. Now, they put their care, their welfare, they put it under the office of Babashir Lawal as the, as the secretary to the government of the federation. Okay, so Babashir Lawal, before Buhari appointed his ministers, you know, that first 6 months wait or 7 months where everybody is waiting for minister, and they can't give you all those clowns, the one that's told you by 2021 you will begin to produce a pencil. Minister of Technology said they will begin to produce pencil by 2021. Minister of Agriculture said they will begin to import grass from Brazil to feed cows. And Minister of Health is advising doctors and the rest of them that they can go into farming and become farmers if government can no longer pay their salaries. Minister of Works, that Okija Shrine, Shatabandu, Ngige, Chris Ngige, that one too came out and he said, well, anybody, any doctor or anyone who doesn't like the way Buhari is ruling Nigeria, they can go abroad. We have too many doctors here. We are ready to share the doctors with the rest of the world. Meanwhile, they have no doctors. They are not paying those ones in Nigeria. 7 months you waited for him to appoint them, Abi. So while you are waiting, Babashir Lawal was enjoying himself in the name of taking care of people in IDP camp. They are so heartless. They are so heartless that they don't even have any pity for the people whose back they rode to power. They rode to power because they told those people that they will no longer be living in a refugee camp anymore. They told those people that terrorists will no longer be raping their children anymore. They told them that if they become president and all of that, your life will be this and safer. That was what they told them, remember? Yeah, that's what they told them. But that was not what they did to them. 7 months when Buhari was waiting to appoint his fake, Ali Baba and his 40 thieves, Babashir Lawal was stealing the money meant for rehabilitating the people in IDP camps. To the point that he even had to cut the grass, technologically cut the grass around the IDP camp with 244 million naira, just to clear the grass because of snake. They didn't want snake to kill anybody inside the refugee camp, so that nobody will say, now snake kill people inside refugee camp. Oh. But they are very comfortable with the news that Hunger killed them for a refugee. Imagine running away from terrorists because you don't want to die for being butchered, only to go and die in pain, chronic hunger inside government refugee camp. As if that is not even worse. The National Assembly started probing Babashir Lawal, and they found out that Babashir Lawal was awarding contracts for feeding, for cutting grass, for buying pure water, for buying anything, in the name of IDP. He was awarding them to his own personal company. Hey, Reverend Babashir, how come? They say he's doing the work of God. Now change. 242 million naira to cut grass. How far now? Which level now? Why the people living in those refugee camps were begging to feed their families? Those who have anyone left, they were begging to feed on this from the people walking on the streets. The National Assembly said this is disgraceful. That was Saraki's National Assembly, by the way. This is sad. Buhari, you must sack him. They have to arrest him. They have to prosecute him. Buhari picked up his letter, Babashir Lawal. They picked up a letter, which I believe was written by Abba Kyari at the time. And he wrote a letter and defended Babashir Lawal. He said he has investigated him. And you know that Buhari at that time, it was a change agent with body odor. Body language. Well, I told people at the time, I said, stop deceiving yourselves. There's nothing like a body language. This is body odor. Very soon, everybody could smell the stench. You'll be smelling the stench. And when you start, you'll be choking on it. Are you not choking on it now? On the body odor of Buhari? Everything they touch turn to dust. Buhari defended Babashir Lawal. National Assembly, they investigated him. Right? Buhari defended him. Until Buhari come fall sick. They come put Buhari inside the here coffin, here ambulance. Took him to London to begin to change everything in his body parts. You know what I mean? I don't know if they changed the brain. Babashir Lawal, they said presidency. Who is presidency? You remember that quote? Oshibajo sacked him. Babashir Lawal was like, who? They say you have been sacked. They say by who? They say presidency. He said, who is presidency? Who? Meanwhile, that time, there was already a news that Buhari don't die. So that actually make it look so dramatic at the time that people were like, hey, maybe Babashir Lawal is going to tell the whole world what is going on. Sure, you remember? Babashir Lawal was asked. I'm giving you these instances because I mentioned Abba Kyari. That maybe if Abba Kyari was alive, the same way they sacrificed Babashir Lawal and they told him to bring his own cousin to come and replace him. Say, we are very sorry. Oshibajo is a very stupid boy. Who told him to sack you? Who gave him that clarity? Who gave him? Where did he get that strength from? This common around there, Pastor. We are very sorry, Babashir Lawal. And I'm saying this because I believe that's what they told him. Do you know why? They told him to bring his cousin. That he can replace himself with his cousin. The current, the person that replaced Babashir Lawal. since 2017 or so. Boss Mustafa is a cousin to the Babashir Lawal, the man accused. Do you know the only thing that really pained me? And that is why the story, the story never really leaves, it doesn't go away from my head. When they were probing him and he realized that they were probing him, he used his influence as the secretary to the government of Nigeria, and collaborated with the Nigerian Air Force. Nigeria Air Force, there's a place, where they put the internally displaced persons, the refugees who are running away from Boko Haram. They put them in a place. They call the place government reservation area, security zone, military zone. You can't go to that area anyhow. But because they wanted to cover up, I don't know what they wanted to cover up, my friends, They had to go and bomb the place, not once, not twice, 3 times in a day. And they said it was a mistake. They received a report that said that place where refugee day, where military day, they guide them. Nigeria Air Force can't check the map. And they received a report that Boko Haram were there. And they sent the Air Force down. And they bombed the place 3 times. And the place is called Ran. They bombed the place 3 times. They didn't just kill refugees, they didn't just kill people, Nigerians inside refugee camp. They killed even people who came to donate to refugee, doctors, nurses, NGOs. People were killed on that day. Because Babashir Lawal wanted to cover up something. I have no clue during that investigation of how he spent money meant for the refugees. There's this story of about 250 trucks of grains that Buhari ordered that they should be released from the Nigerian silo in northern Nigeria to feed the refugees, all the refugees scattered all over the north. Buhari said they should release some grains from the silo and go and distribute it to all the people. Out of 250 trucks, 180 disappeared in transit. They only found about 70 thereabout. Do you know that 2 months after that, they found those grains in shops in Kano, where they are bagging them to resell them in the market? I don't know if you remember the story. These two instances or more are the reason why I believe that if the National Assembly under Saraki did their job, number one, Buhari would have been impeached or encouraged to resign. But they were waiting for an opportunity to make them heroes. Like positioning yourselves. Waiting for the time where you can now use an attack and take over and be bigger person that you wanted to be for whatever reason for themselves. So they decided to cover Buhari's health deficiency for their own political gain, which later turned to their own political ruin too. Look at them today. They are struggling to get back in where they can continue to share the largesse of a destroyed, terrified country. So Abba Kyari did that by ensuring that Babashir Lawal did not face any justice, any investigation, anything. He was even given a privilege to continue to be the APC leader in Adamawa. By then they have already kicked out Atiku. Atiku no longer was relevant in their APC anymore. So Babashir Lawal became their leader again in Adamawa after becoming the secretary to the government of Federation, someone that should be in jail. And in 2019, Babashir Lawal became the chairman, presidential campaign, Buhari campaign committee, Adamawa State. He became the chairman, Buhari second term campaign chairman committee. Abba Kyari made that happen until Corona took Abba Kyari. Now here we are. Nigeria is more messed up. More messed up. More people are dead. More people are still being killed. More people are being kidnapped. But the National Assembly, they don't have the balls to invite Buhari, not to talk of initiating impeachment move based on these levels alone. The Nigerian military opened fire on peaceful protesters in Nigeria. The Nigeria National Assembly, Nigeria Senate, they are busy ranting, issuing threats and orders that UK Parliament should apologize to Gowon. UK Parliament should apologize to Nigeria. Everyone who is asking them to be accountable for the killings in Lekki and Obigbo and the killings during the EndSARS protest is being considered as an enemy. Why the rest of the world are asking for justice for Nigerians killed? National Assembly of Nigeria are very much in bed with Buhari. These are enough reasons to get Buhari not just impeached, okay, but arrested. Let's take a look at the corruption and take a look at the economy too. Then you will get the same verdict. Here we go. The National Assembly under Saraki investigated and found damning report. Evidence against Magu Luther King. Magu Luther King, who was the rabid dog unleashed by Buhari on those he suspected or condemned to be his political enemies, or those they suspected could have any political value against or political weight against them in their planned, orchestrated political bust that we are now witnessing by the way. We didn't know they were sending a thief after thieves. Magu Luther King, the National Assembly of Nigeria, using their own, under their own constitutional right, the fake constitution, told Buhari that he should never make Magu Luther King the substantive EFCC chairman because of this. In fact, rather than making him a chairman of EFCC, he should be prosecuted for all this crime. Buhari wrote them and defended a thief who ended up being investigated by the same Buhari now for something that you think it is for the national interest, but it is not. Wisdom, endurance, my brother, thank you very much. Wisdom is a member of Maiyegun's Diary Political. Mrs. Tutu, 98. She's also a member. Mazi Obi Ntodonke, also a member. I love that. When you see anyone, if you see any comment who has this sign, you see that sign that looks like S in front of that dollar, sticker there. That is a sign to show you are a member of Maiyegun's Diary fan base. You are my fans, all of you. You are all my fans whenever you subscribe to Maiyegun's Diary, okay? Because with that, you can use the super chat. See that super sticker, super chat, that dollar sign beside your comment. That dollar sign. You can use that just like Wisdom Endurance did. When you see that sign after that dollar, that I love that. I've got silver members. Currently, I have over 100 paying members of Maiyegun's Diary Political. That is amazing. I'm looking forward to a day I'm going to have like 1,000. Imagine that. I know you're going to say, oh, that's going to be more money for you, Maiyegun. Why not? If it's coming from you with love, use it. So thank you so much, Wisdom, Endurance. So we will be improving as much as I continue to get support from all of you. All the support, all the penny, all the shout outs, all the calls, all these things means a lot. Let me tell you something. We call it a connection, building a sort of connection, something that connects to people, makes you responsible. And I'm beginning to feel responsible, by the way. I'm beginning to feel like people believe so much in me that they can actually set up a direct debit. I don't know what other trust you can earn from people who just love listening to you. Other than that, you know, there are many of you that will follow me anywhere, and I value you so much, right? But when you now take it further, that you bring out your own bank card, you set up a direct debit, really, to pay to listen to my ego. What you are doing is that you are encouraging me to get better and get better. Maybe now I'll be good enough to start investing in more research, and I'll start sounding more like a professor to all of you. Well, I'll continue to sound more natural because that's who I am. I love being more natural. But nevertheless, it makes me more responsible. It makes me more like I owe people something, and I cannot be found to disappoint people. So I've got silver tier members, the people who just want to be, yeah, £1.99 every month. I've got gold members, the people who just want to chip in £4.99 every month. I've got platinum members, the friends who want to chip in £8.99 every month. I've got prime members, the members who wants to chip in £22.99 every month. These are real money, guys. And if people love you that much that they will do that for you, all I can say is just thank you, because I don't know. I don't know. I've got over 100 people, 100 of you who love Maiyegun so much that you get to watch me. Thank you. And I will get better. I will get better. Thank you very much. Wisdom Endurance. I've got another one there from Oluwashola Ogumola. Great. That one comes there with a super chart. So it is a privilege. It's you know, it's a pleasure. So it's easy, and in all honesty, maybe this sounds like a confession because it is. It makes me feel like there is more that we can do by using what we have to get to where we are. Remember that we started Diaspora Radio by chats like this, through chat like this. And when you now continue to show that support through other means like this, using the super chat, super sticker, joining my membership base, and then, you know, all this, just make me believe more that I'm doing the right thing. And thank you for all of that. I don't know if I don't know. I'm not good at. I'm not really good at acting, but I actually feel really you know, great that I've got you guys there all the time. So thank you once again. So you can be a member too. Just click on that join. You will see join on your what do you call it, right? Yeah, I want to have that with you. I want to have a Zoom time, but people don't really turn up. I want to have a regular chat where we can also have. In fact, I'm working on something soon. Okay, I'm saving money. Let me say that I'm saving money in getting some new equipment that are going to help us in our broadcaster time, whereby connecting you guys, connecting everybody from everywhere, it's going to become more fun. Okay, you're going to love it. All right. So, but I'm saving for it, and very soon, I'm going to get that up. Our communication and our linking up, reaching out, and all that stuff will become much easier and much closer than it is now. So thank you. I'm sorry, guys, if that went on and on and on for too long for you. Sorry. If you are new to Maiyegun's Diary, we do that once in a while. And because we have to, I have to appreciate those who are appreciating me. And not just appreciating me, they are showing it. All of you. Thank you. Okay. So they won't impeach him. Not that I'm looking forward to it. But you agree with me that they have destroyed enough. They've destroyed lives. They've destroyed properties. They've done terribly so bad that even you don't need a soothsayer. You don't need anyone to try to further convince you to know that, apart from stating all the problems, and all people also asking that what is the solution? The solution is not a one-size-fits-all solution. The solution is not something you will be like, okay, once we do this. No. It is a long process. Okay? Now, we know they won't impeach him. But But nevertheless, don't forget, there's also something that makes it impossible for them to impeach him. There's something that makes it impossible for them, or that will continue to make it easier for them to collaborate with him or anyone like him. And people will continue to die. People will continue to get killed. And if they don't kill you by using their terrorists and all of that, you will get killed somehow, either by their economy. They're all about their armed, uniformed, license to kill policemen and their soldiers too. All these things have shown that it is either Buhari is the one protecting the terrorists to continue to commit all this crime against Nigeria, or he has no solution at all. And the National Assembly, by their own constitution, allows them to probe and test Buhari, test his mental capacity, test his health, test his decision-making stuff, put up a committee that will do that, bring up their report, debate it, vote on it, impeach him, just to save the lives of the people. I mean, the northern politicians should be interested in saving the lives of their own people, shouldn't they? But that's a long one. The second one is that if they won't do anything, when people begin to, when the whole house crumbles, because it is going to finally, as it is going now, right? Would people at least agree that before anything else is done, even if you don't agree with breakup of Nigeria now because you are not too sure what that even mean, Abi, or you haven't made up your mind, you know what it means, but you haven't made up your mind yet. Yeah, fine. But everybody can agree that for anything to change at all, for anything to even make any sense at all, Nigerians need to agree to say they want to be in the same country first. And how do you agree? You need a constitution, a book that says, yes, all of you agree to be a country. And from there, after a new constitution, do a referendum election that will adopt the constitution. And then you can begin the slicing, the breaking and all of that. After that, everybody can agree on that. Look at the mess they have made of the judiciary. Look at the mess the police is. Look at what they are now. Look at the mess of the Nigerian military. Nigerian soldiers are now they are being captured by bandits. Farmers in northern Nigeria are now paying tax to bandits before they can plant, before they can go and harvest. And you living in the city, they say they are selling a bag of rice for 42,000 naira. He says it's only because dollar don't rise. It is not just because dollar don't rise. Everything don't rise. And the reason is because the security situation has collapsed. There's nobody to make a decision and say, okay, this is what we're going to do next. There's no solution. Nigerian army, they are now doing a crusade. Can you believe that? They are doing crusade. Holy Spirit crusade. Nigerian army to defeat Boko Haram. They are doing crusade. They have lost all ideology. You think they have lost all ideology, but I want to believe that they know what they are doing. They are making money from this. If they are not, then someone is urging them on. What kind of incompetency is this? But something allowed them to do that. That fake book, the Constitution, Maazi Obi, Hunto Donke, I don't know if I pronounce that right, but I'll stick to Maazi Obi. Thank you for your £5. I like that, when I see that pounds. You see, there are some favorite currencies I actually love when I see them. I'm like, oh, that looks familiar. And there are some other ones that are actually like, they look so intimidating to see. You just see something like SKN. I'm like, wow, I've got friends everywhere. You know what I mean? So thank you, Maazi, for your own super sticker. Look at Adewusi Kazim. Adewusi is now a new member of Maiyegun's Diary Political. Look at what changed. Adewusi's name, Kazim's name now, right? Every time he comments on Maiyegun's Diary, you will be seeing that sign in front of his name. That makes him a member. You know what I'm talking about? Those are the diet. Look at the African Wahala. Let me give you another example. African Wahala. You see, when African Wahala drop his comments, right? You will always see that sign in front of his comment. And they always have the option of changing the color of their comment to anything you want to. It's a good one, all right? Because it makes sense to me, and I love it. I've got another member, a new member, Gloria. Gloria Olenlu. Gloria too has got his own sticker as a member of Maiyegun's Diary Politico. Someone said I should check my microphone. Please let me know if you have an issue with the audio, okay? Because the next thing I want to take you through now is just to quickly touch on Omoyele Sowore's appearance in court today. Part of the way Buhari's government, part of the way they have destroyed, sorry, who is Toby? Sorry about that. If you have anybody who is interrupting, wait, guys. Let me ask you this, okay? It depends on the device you are using. How come we have over 600 people, over 600 people watching, and we only have 120 or so people clicking the like? Why is that? Are you all so into it that you don't think that is really necessary, right? I think it is necessary. It is to show that you know, the same way you are typing your comment is the same way you can just tap that like button. Do that for me. If indeed you are very much fantastic with, you know what I mean? Yeah, Gloria Olenlu. It's good to mention your name. I have your name on the screen as well. You are a member now, a member of Maiyegun's Diary Politico. It feels good too to be a member, and I welcome you to the party. So, in order for you to know that they have destroyed the system so bad, yeah, that you can't even seek justice anywhere. They arrested, or let me say, they kidnapped Omoyele Sowore. They said he was planning to overthrow Buhari. Okay, he wanted to overthrow Buhari. Give us evidence. They said he transferred $10,000 from his Sahara Reporters bank account from Nigeria to Sahara Reporters bank account, domiciliary account, which is dollar account. And because he transferred that and he didn't notify the DSS according to the new law of Buhari, that because Sowore did not notify the DSS that he wanted to transfer 10,000 equivalent of $10,000 from his Sahara Reporters Nigeria account to Sahara Reporters account in New York, which is so it's like me transferring my money from here to here, and I have to notify DSS. And because I didn't notify DSS, then it simply means that I am planning to overthrow Buhari. When that didn't work, now everybody is running away from the court. Can you believe that? Sowore was in court today. Falana was in court today. Those who are going to Abuja to attend the court hearing, do you know why they were in court today? Sowore was in court today to discuss his bail conditions. They gave him what is called city arrest for 1 year now. First, they locked him up for 5 months. Okay? When they finally agreed to free him, they gave him a condition that he cannot leave Abuja, he cannot go anywhere. I agree that so many Nigerians who are of different backgrounds, we have the Buhari Danes, the Buhari Ditterans. We have many of you who don't like Sowore for your own personal reasons. But however, when it now comes to the law, some of you have actually sided with the dictator in your own way. You know, I told you, I said, some of you, nobody say you actually hate dictatorship. Nobody say you like people oppressing people. Nobody say you too like any of this bad thing happening. Okay? But the reason is that, you know, if they are not happening to you or to somebody you know, it doesn't really matter. But if it happens to somebody you know, when somebody you know lost their job, their family members are unable to pay hospital bills, their children who graduated are unable to find jobs, and the whole reality begin to hit you hard, you will be agreeing with people on so many of these social, you know, vices and all of that. But if those things are not happening to you, well, everybody can go to hell. I understand. I get that. Don't worry. I get that. You don't like Sowore for your own reasons. Okay, fine. But when it comes to the law, that is not how the law works. You cannot say you enjoy whatever they are doing, whatever they did to Nnamdi Kanu, because I don't like him. Buhari should have done this to him. You cannot say you like what they are doing to IPOB members, but you don't like what they are doing to the Shiite members. You cannot say you like what they are doing to Shiite members, and you say, oh, I don't like what they are doing to the other person. You're choosing your own, that kind of a thing. It doesn't work that way, okay? If you don't like what dictators are doing, you condemn everything, whether it is happening to you, people you know, or even people you don't know, people you like, even people you don't like, people you agree with, and people you don't agree with. That is how it should be, because it can be you. You can be the victim of the same people. That it is happening to those you don't like doesn't really mean that, well, it is all right. Okay? So they locked him up. They now said he can't leave Abuja, go anywhere. He can't even go to Kogi. You know what I mean? To go and see anybody there. So it's like he's still very much in prison, but he's allowed to go out. Do you get that now? But meanwhile, that is illegal. Now, they are challenging that illegality in court. For the past 1 year, they have been, for nearly this is December. Sowore was released last year, December what? I think it was released on December 22 or so, before Christmas, remember? Last year, when they arrested him on the 3rd of August. Remember? Yes. For almost a year now, or nearly a year now, Sowore has been asking them that the bail condition you give to me is so bad that you can say it is unconstitutional if indeed Nigeria gets law. But you know what they have now started doing? They are running away from courts. They don't even show up. Imagine. It's either the court will not, it's either the DSS, the one that are charging Sowore for treason. It's either they won't show up, or the judge won't show up, or they will just call them 2 days before the hearing. They will say they have postponed it. So they have been doing all of that, back and forth, back and forth. So today, same thing happened. Now the judge run this time around. But let me just show you what happened then and what was said as well, as a little break for us. Listen to this.
God said they are not sitting today.
Why? Sitting today? Because they have less than better get to They said the judge is indisposed
Shift now. You have to
and cannot sit today. So we hope she'll get better by tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow and we invite other Nigerians who couldn't make it here today to come tomorrow. I just heard from our lawyer, who said that we'll be here tomorrow. And we are ready. They are the ones who have not been ready for almost a year now. But let me also notify you that I just got notified that the police is interested in inviting me or arresting me. I have told them anytime they want, I'm ready. Nobody can shut down our voices in this. At all. Whether it's the police, the army, civil defense, retired generals, Boy Scouts, civil defense, and there are various vigilantes, Amotekun, or even Boys Brigade. Game out. Nobody can stop the idea whose time has come. And the idea whose time has come is revolution. No! Revolution! No! Good morning, sir. Yeah, I'm fine. Good morning, sir. How are you? Come on, please. So is that tomorrow? No problem. No problem. Come on. Today is Human Rights Day. Yeah, tell us something on the occasion of Human Rights celebration. We shouldn't even call it a celebration. What? To challenge the media, to investigate the killings, the brutal killings of NSAS protesters in Lekki, in Lekki,
and other parts of Lagos. In Ogbomoso,
Other part of Nigeria.
in Ogbomoso, in Benin, in Osogbo, in Abuja, and other places.
River State.
If any, and River State, Portharcourt.
You just kill someone now.
If anybody says nobody was killed, such a person should be taken to a psychiatric hospital.
Exactly.
Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Those who cannot see the dead bodies are the blind people in our country.
Yes.
So instead of making so much noise, the federal government, the officials of the federal government, should allow the ongoing investigation, because at the end of the day, the truth will emerge.
Yes. Absolutely.
I can assure you.
The case of your client has been dragged so long, sir.
No. The case comes up tomorrow. The case comes up tomorrow.
Sir, we are aware that the chief security officer of the federation is the president.
Bakari.
Yeah. They postponed it. They said the judge was not feeling better. And that's what they have been doing all this while. For dragging, you know what I mean? Delay tactics and the rest of that. And every now and then they are thinking, should we arrest him now? Should we arrest him now? Or maybe we'll go kill him. Should we make him look like accident? Or maybe we'll shoot him. Maybe they have been devising means. And the guy has been making himself so much available for them that take me. Some of you may not know the sacrifice this guy is making. You may not know how many people that are looking at him and feeling like they can be like him. You may not know, but do not sacrifice him to the wolves that are also waiting to feed on you. No matter what you have in there, against him and the rest of that, that is completely wrong. And it can be you too. It can be any one of you. And that's how ridiculous it is. That Nigeria is not just for when you speak up. Listen, you don't even have to speak up. You can be the victim anytime, anywhere. Who would you run to? Where would you run to? Who will save you? Look at the guy that was shot because of 100 naira in Portharcourt today. He was shot. Keke Napep driver. Policemen that were supposed to have learned something after the NSAS protest. They didn't learn anything. They don't care about anything. Who cares about anyone in Nigeria? They don't. They say, people when they protest, they will still shoot you if you protest. That's what they think. That did not change anything. It didn't. Begin to demand for the end of Nigeria now. You should. In every space you find yourself. It is not because it is the sweetest thing to ask for. When it comes to saving lives, saving the lives of the people you love, your life, then you realize that it will be the sweetest thing to ask for. It will be the sweetest thing to preach when you begin to ask that they should, for the sake of humanity, break up Nigeria. That's a long journey, remember? That's why we have to ask for a new constitution first. Channel all energies towards that. That will take care and address every other demand. Trust me. Give it a, just give it a thought. Somehow, give it a thought. You will realize that a new constitution for Nigeria, by all standards, will give all Nigerians the opportunity for the first time in your history. Not even the colonial master gave you that opportunity, remember? But for the first time to decide what type of country you want to have, what type of government you want to have, what type of economy you want to have, and let the constitution define that, and let the real people who put that together lead. And in that regard, you can have your referendum in. You can have our Oduduwa Republic, honestly. Yes, we can. When the constitution allows it, I know that sounds like I'm fantasizing. I am not. It is the right way to feel. I don't feel, I don't support violence. The only entity supporting violence and dishing out violence is the government of Nigeria and their agents. They are those who are doing that. You will realize that there are those who are the campaigner of violence. They threaten. president threatens the citizens. If you protest, I will do this. If the police IG threaten the citizens, telling the police officers that they can shoot at any protester once they feel like their lives are threatened. How can your life be threatened when people are holding flag? So they shot. Look at the guy they shot today in Rivers State. He was shot because of 100 naira bribe. 100 naira. 100 naira. 25p. Think about that. 25 pence in the UK. 25 pence. It's even less than 25 pence. 20 pence. 100 naira is 20 pence in the UK. What am I even talking about? 15 pence. That's 100 naira. They killed someone in Nigeria because of 15 pence. That is 15 pence is 15% of £1. Divide £1, 100%. And you take 15% of £1, 15% of it, and you kill someone because of that. That is what happened in Nigeria, in Rivers State today, by the policemen. They didn't learn anything from NSAS. So then, they're just going to work on the order that says they should shoot you and kill you. Or a new constitution. A new constitution will give you a new identity, a proper one. The one that will identify you as human being, not someone that is available for humiliation, assault, bully, and all manner of psychological torture and manipulation by the system that's supposed to protect you. A new constitution. Someone said, who are those who are going to write the constitution? You may not have the idea because you never had that chance before. Nigerians never had that chance before. Someone just need to move a motion for it in the National Assembly. Demand that a new constitution should be written for Nigeria. And the modalities around how to set it up. Set up the people that will qualify to accept memorandum, to put those thoughts and all of that together and resend them back. Those who are going to really put together the process, how are they going to be selected and all of that? How is the process going to be? A referendum election. It's a process, bro. It is a process. That will give you identity. That will let you know that if you are an Igbo man, if you want to be identified as a Biafran, that constitution must be written and it must identify you as Biafrans. There will be different referendums in different parts of the country where people will vote on things that matter to them, including if they want to separate from Nigeria, what steps should they take? Should they have that chance in the future? You will do the referendum within the Igbo land. People will vote on all those points. You will submit the memorandum to those who are putting together a new constitution for Nigeria. And before you know it, they will identify you as Biafrans. They will identify you as Bados. They will identify you as Igbominas. They will identify you as Efik. They will identify you as whatever you want to be identified as, based on your own cultural, traditional, and historical attachment to where you claim to come from. That's how it should be. So that one tribe will not think is superior to another tribe. One people will not feel that they are superior to any other people. It will be a union. It will be a republic. It will be a restructured. And you can call it a country, not a nation, because it will be an amalgamation of nations, people, with their identities. A new constitution, a new one should be demanded. And so that those who get killed by, just because the police in Nigeria is under the command of one person, and they can do whatever they like with it, there is nothing you can do. You know what I'm talking about? Self-determination is God-given human right. Do you know that? People say we should fight for it. I'm saying we should first prepare that we actually deserve to have one. And when I say prepare, we continue, period like this, sessions like this, we will continue to encourage ourselves, give ourselves the reasons why it is, it is the best thing to do. It is the ideal thing to ask for. Demanding that the current system cannot work, it doesn't work. Even though they just, they have, gone to the public, they have decided to go to the public again, where they are already in public. to tell us that they have started the operation of Lagos Ibadan train rail line. So they started the commercial trip for that as we speak, even though they haven't really completed the project. Okay, but well, they said the real official launch is going to be in February. But let me show you something they shared with the rest of us. I've got about a few clips to show you on that update. But before we go to that, let's just a moment, please. So before we go to that, let's go to Portharcourt, a quick one on the tricycle driver killed by the policemen in Portharcourt today, which led to protest, by the way. But let me see if I grab the right video just to show you. See this. Oh, I think that is our Sowore coming back from court there. Well, I think I missed, I didn't pick that up. Sorry about that. But let's go on now to Lagos Ibadan Expressway. People are saying, how can Nigerian government be charging them 2,500 naira for Lagos to Ibadan? That normally, as we speak, you can board a sole, you see others sole for 500 naira at Berger in Lagos, and that will take you to a road in Ibadan. That why are they charging 2,500, 3,000, and then some are going to be, it depends, you know, on what you want to buy. But if you want to buy one way, going from Moniya in Ibadan, from Moniya to Ebutemeta in Lagos, it will cost you 2,500 naira. Okay, let's take a look at the train, what they have done so far. What do you think? It looks good. See that? Yeah, it looks good. Let me show you another one. It's an official video released by the CCEC, the Chinese company constructing the rail line. You know, the project is co-sponsored. Well, the project is co-sponsored by the Chinese government and Nigeria government. However, they expected the total completion of the tracks have been completed, okay, according to them, and it is actually a standard double gauge lane, so you can go, you can come, you can go and come back, you know, that kind of thing. Or maybe two, I'm not sure if two trains can pass each other. But I'll show you the video again. Okay, so we'll look at that. But yeah, I think yeah, 2 trains can pass each other, and they've got bridges built and all of that. Great stuff. Okay, let's just give them commendation for that. I'm not looking forward to the trains that are going to what do you call it? Trains that are going to be stopping midway. I'm not looking forward to the ones they are currently experiencing along Kaduna Abuja Expressway. I'm not going to put or raise my hope too high, but this happened and we need to acknowledge it. Today, I've got more videos to share with you before we come back to the price.
The tracks.
So, I think you won't need this. Let me show you the one that will show you. I'm sorry if this looks like a bit of PR for them, but what we do most is to give you up-to-date information, and then see how much of that concerns the people who are going to be the end users, okay, and the effect of that on them, and if and all of that. So watch this.
EBJ, which is our final bus stop for this journey, and a quick reminder that by 16 hours, that is 4 p.m., the train will be making its return.
So part of the reasons they gave for the high price, so if you want to get a ticket, they didn't bring up, well, maybe because they haven't really finished all the terminals so far, they didn't bring up anything like e-ticketing in order to stop what people are now experiencing at Abuja train stations to Kaduna as we speak, okay? So where we have ticket racketeers, people who are now selling, holding tickets, reselling them for exorbitant prices, as the insecurity on Kaduna Abuja Expressway becomes worse, or let me say worsened. So because of that, the prices increased. So all they need to do now that they are going to be selling the ticket from Lagos to Lagos to Ibadan, they will be selling them for 1 sec. Let me see if I can put this up. Yeah, if you want a ticket, you buy that for 2,500 from Ibadan to Lagos. And if you are going from Lagos back to Ibadan, the same thing. You pay 2,500 naira for that ticket. We hope they won't begin to unleash Fulani terrorists on Ibadan Expressway, and all of you making out now that train is not for everybody. It's not to this and that. I get you. I'm with you. Because 2,500 naira, how much is that in pounds? That should be 4 pounds, shouldn't it? It should be 4 pounds. I'm sorry if I'm using pounds. That's the only way I can really, get things presented better to you. Because Nigerian money can be confusing sometimes, especially when you have to add too many zeros to something that could have been so easy. Imagine 2,500 naira. It's going to be about 4 pounds. Okay, so if I compare that with where I live, I'm going to say, wow, that's a good price. But for a poor country like Nigeria, I'm going to say, well, it's still it will be fair if, for example, minimum wage is not 30,000 naira. So imagine if you have to use the train every weekend to go and see your family. because where you got it, the story is unimaginable. So don't let me even take you there. Okay. So people are saying that money is too much. And me, I'm saying they haven't even started. They are just warming up. They haven't told you what you are going to pay. In 5 years' time, can you imagine what you're going to be paying in 5 years' time? When Naira continue to take this downfall. So don't be surprised if you have to start paying 10,000 Naira from Ibadan to Lagos on the train, because you have no choice except if you want to get kidnapped on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. So this is where people like us become concerned. It should be a thing of joy, but look at what we are having now. Before APC, Keke came, we never had any audacity from any Fulani terrorist to go into any village in the southern Nigeria, and shoot and kill people on their way to the farm, or rape women openly and dare the villagers to do anything they can do. We never had that in there, we never had anywhere where our KBACs would be kidnapped by Fulani terrorists in our bush, on their way, and be taken into the bushes. We never really witnessed that before Buhari came. So, because we never had all those things from the Northeast either, now they have them in the Northeast, Northwest, and North Central. They have taken over everywhere. So if I'm telling you that, where do you see Yoruba land in 5 years if things continue like this? Many of you will have to abandon Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. You remember the olden days when they would say, oh, they are robbing, they are robbing on the highway, they are robbing on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Hey, I'm robber. Now what you are getting now is that, hey, kidnappers, they have kidnapped people. Hey, they are asking for ransom. Is that not what you are now? People don't go and rob much anymore. They just kidnap and collect ransom. You bring it to them. They don't need to shoot too many guns. So many of you, if it is a tactic, maybe that's what they will do. They will just make sure that all of you will begin to jump on the train. You have no choice. Let me tell you something. These are the reality that many people who are living in Kaduna, Abuja 10 years ago, the reality of the life they are living today, 10 years ago, they never imagined it. They never imagined. If anyone had told them that in 10 years' time, all of you will be too scared to drive on Kaduna Abuja Expressway because kidnappers will be coming for you, they will just laugh. So if I'm a Yoruba man telling you this today, maybe I'm saying it before the time. It's because I don't want it to happen. Because it's going to happen. Okay? So we hope we won't be having the same experience they're having on Kaduna Abuja Railway. So let's hope they finish it. Let's hope it's going to bring some succor. I don't think our people will be able to afford this, but at least they will make a lot of money from the Southwest too, especially those who are running business daily on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, business companies and all of them. All those ones will easily pay. I don't know how they are going to cope. I don't know if they are going to, or if they are going to patronize them, or if they are going to be forced to patronize them. When bandits take over expressway, you go jump on the train, Baba, or you go past the back, Ijebu, you go past my hometown, you pass the end, then you start going to Ijebu Ekpe Express, you get them, then you cross that way, you'll be going to Ekpe VI to go and enter Lagos. Because that will be like safer. And for those who know those roads, who knows the Talking Road and those roads, they will tell you that it's not going to be a good experience. I think I'm talking to you, my brother, sir, my sister. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm painting a scenario for you. A scenario whereby it is a good thing. But with the level Nigeria or the level Buhari and his gang, the way they are going now, okay, it will get to a point whereby our own security in the Western Nigeria, in this southwest of Nigeria, our own security as well, we no longer I'm not saying it is guaranteed now. Amotekun came out yesterday. They said Fulani herdsmen, Fulani terrorists, they were shooting at them. Go and read the news. How can Fulani herdsmen be shooting at Amotekun? They're the craze. They fit shoot gun at Isba. I mean, which level it is, but they're just like warm up. worse things are going to happen. And that is why we should brace up in one voice, okay, in one voice. Wherever you see people discussing the breakup of Nigeria, like I did tell you, if you don't understand much about it, don't condemn them. Pay attention, okay? If you don't get the answer you want there, you're likely going to get the answer with me, because it seems that there are many people who don't really like my face, but they kind of like what I'm doing, but they wish I'm doing it the other way, whereby I won't call their criminal leaders criminals. Do you get that now? But they do like what I'm doing, like you know. Those are the people that are just they call them. Hey, I had a name for them back then. I can't remember the name now. You know, they don't want to see me again. If I'm going to continue talking down on their leaders, but they want to continue to listen to me because they feel like there's some ginger in my messages that actually that gets them thinking, that gets them asking questions, but they haven't got the courage yet or the boldness yet to take it further and challenge the people they kind of respect, because they respect them. Do you get that now? So that's why I have to continue doing what I'm doing. It doesn't matter. We just have to continue. You know? So let me show you something again. Today, something happened in court. Okay? And it was before I show you this, okay, I got a message from the people of the North. All right? I just want to have it on record, okay, just to let you know what it feels like to be a Northerner now. In reality, I'm not talking about the Buhari Deans and the Buhari Tidines, the programmed mumons, okay, the collateral mumons. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about how it feels to be a Northerner right now, from the real people who are facing it. Listen to this.
And we know also what is happening in this banditry. Every day, some people will be killed. Every day there are arrests. If you ask Abdullah our data, I am just coming from Kurfi. And then one lady came to us, telling us that she went to see her daughter who gave birth. And then the bandit came. They asked her to hold the baby and they raped the daughter. And then after, they asked the daughter to hold the baby and they raped the mother. This is what is going on every day. And a lot of some of these people are on tape. So when somebody is saying where he pretends he wants to protect something, there is nothing to protect. It's the reality on the ground, and it's a shame for us.
It's a shame for them. Do you get that now? Someone went to go and see her daughter who just gave birth, right? And when she got there, it was the moment bandits came. So they told the daughter who has the baby, they told her to give her baby to her mother to hold for her. They raped her. Then they told the mother who came to see her daughter to give the baby back to the daughter, the newly born mother. So yeah, give the baby back to her. Then they raped the mother who came to see her own daughter who just gave birth. We have heard reports where families in the northeast, northwest, north central. When I use these three, northeast, northwest, north central, I'm talking about the entire 19 states of northern Nigeria, occupied by bandits, terrorists. As we speak now, we have heard story of people. The only way to stay alive in Boko Haram's northern Nigeria, in those rural areas, people are now submitting their daughters to ravaging terrorists. They will release their daughters to them for a week. The terrorists will tell them, the bandits, we want all of you to send all your daughters to us. Tomorrow, this time, we will return them back to you next week, Friday. Anybody who failed to send his own daughter, or anybody who is old enough to come and collect from them, they will come back and kill the entire family. Now, there are people who are surviving on that. There are people who are paying money before they can go to their farms and harvest, or else they will kill them and destroy all the farms. Oh yeah, choose. Which one will you do? Pay tax or do stubborn? Do agidi? You go pay tax when you see how they treat the family next to you. You go pay pay tax. So people are now sending their daughters to terrorists. As we speak, as you are watching me right now, this is not something that happened to. They will say, oh, it happened to. It's happening right now. I just wanted to mention that before I proceed, because we are coming to the end of the whole thing. Do you remember the story of Maina? Abdul Rasheed Maina, the man that Goodluck Jonathan brought to come and help him sanitize the pension fund in Nigeria, because there is too much corruption. Ghost pensioners, federal government pensioners, who are ghost workers. Which thing? Maina, help us clean this place up, please. We will pay you handsomely, and we want you not just stop all these ghost people collecting pension. We want you to help us find those who have benefited from this corruption. Jonathan, no, say na goat, he take guide yam. You know that's Jonathan's analogy at the time. You cannot leave the goat to be in charge of yam. Goat go chop yam. Then brought Maina, another criminal from the north, to come and help poor pensioners, to ensure that the right people who worked, saved, are collecting their pension from the government, not those fictitious names, fake names that they put in the pension register. They load with fake names that are collecting billions from the government. Hey, like magic, may now resume work with his son. Now, so the looting started. They started making their own names up. They started doing money laundering, started transferring money to his son. His son started transferring money abroad. Oh boy, this guy started making money. Within 6 months, person where they say make income come fight a thief. Baba don't become thief. Baba don't become a Shinorambo. Which level now? Which level? You don't even get patience. 5 years. You get 5 years. You don't use 6 months. Everywhere blood, everywhere. Waiting. You don't even get patience at all. Which level? The guy said some powerful people were after him. You know, the powerful people is always after them. Whenever they get exposed, powerful people are always after them. It's because I'm going after powerful people, they want to come after me. Baba don't quickly steal 2 billion. Which level? 1.5 years. You don't steal 2 billion. Baba, if you can't use 5 years in court, waiting. Like, those who are stealing before you, we couldn't find them. Some of them don't retire now. Now you came here, we expected you to clean this mess. Oh boy. You go jail, Maina, you dey go jail. We're going to order for investigation. You dey go jail. Barawo Banza, you dey go jail. Oh boy, Maina listen, Maina hear that he will be going to jail. Maina just bolted, ran away. They can't declare, they declared him wanted. He ran away. And he didn't come back again. He stayed away. Until Goodluck Jonathan lost election. I decided to give you this background story. because of the video I am about to play for all of you. So you understand that the heart of man is so cold and dark. You have seen pictures, possibly videos, of pensioners protesting here and there because their pensions are not paid. You have seen many of them. You have read so many newspapers, the headlines. The guys who supervise the fund are busy looting it for their own good, buying themselves luxury that the work of their hands can never give to them. Look at them. They are so rich simply because they get public office. They are so rich. Billionaires. Their children are rich simply because their fathers are in public offices. So rich and so poor in minds because they look so wretched. When I look at them, they don't look rich. They look wretched. They don't look different from the country they are ruling, even though they look like so rich. So the people they have bullied for so long, traumatized for so long. But when you look at them very well, you realize that they look wretched because they are so poor in the mind. Maina ran away. When Jonathan lost the election, Maina miraculously returned back to Nigeria. And like magic, Maina, that the past government declared wanted for embezzlement, money laundering, stolen properties that belongs to the people who are retirees, people who have retired. He stole their retirement money. That should be something that you should get a life in jail or death by hanging, because many pensioners died because they are unable to buy simple common medication that they needed to stay alive, and they saved the money because someone stole the money anyway. Buhari's government invited him back. He was reinstated. He was promoted. For about 2.5 years that he ran away, or sorry, about a year and a half that he ran away under Goodluck Jonathan, Buhari's government did not just reinstate Maina. Buhari's government paid him the arrears of the salaries that he didn't pay him since the time he ran away to the day he came back. And they promoted him and put him in the office, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or so. They wanted to hide him there. But you know, it's Abuja. People know themselves. Maina, you don't come back. We think say you get a health problem when you run to Malaysia at that time. What happened? Or Singapore. You don't come back. He said he was running away from people who wanted to kill him inside Jonathan's government. He thought he could come back. And I don't know what deal he made with Buhari's government. I think he told them that he had information about people in Jonathan's government who were stealing money. And they were coming after him because he was going to expose them for stealing pension money. Then they accused him of stealing money and they wanted to kill him. So he had to run away. So Buhari's government brought him back, promoted him, pay him all his salaries, and then make him disappear. But maybe he didn't give them what they wanted. Or maybe they found out that the people he gave the name, they are those who are now supporters of Buhari. So they just thought everything would just die down and die away. But it didn't. It didn't die away. Or it just didn't die. So Maina was finally arrested. So they decided to arrange bail for him. But before he was arrested, his son had to pull out a gun on the EFCC who wanted to arrest him. He pulled out a gun. He wanted to shoot them. Like, are you mad? Are you crazy? You know, that kind of big manism. Nigeria, crazy country. Crazy. So they shall arrested Papa and son. And like joke, Maina was given bail again. They say Maina ran away on Okada to Niger Republic. They now found Maina. They declared him wanted. Last, they found Maina. They brought Maina back. before they gave him that bail to go and take care of himself, Maina appeared in court on wheelchair. They were pushing him in wheelchair. Okay, he appeared in wheelchair, so they were pushing him in wheelchair. That he was about to die. But Ashe Baba was disguising. Baba Wiri was disguising. So the judge now said, okay, they shouldn't lock him up in cell. They should let him go home. Maina now ran away. I think because he couldn't give Buhari what they wanted, or he gave them the names of those who are now supporters of Buhari, and therefore he is a useless person to them. So finally, they found Maina in Niger Republic, Muhammadu Buhari's country. So they found him there, okay, and they brought him back. And when he got to court, and they read him his own case, Abdul Rasheed Maina, you stole money which belong to pensioners. Are you guilty or not? You ran away. Are you guilty or not? And the way they said he wasn't guilty. Oh well, are you guilty or not? Papa no fit talk, oh, because he didn't say if he's guilty or not. Oh, do you know what happened? Papa just posed the legend. You know that legend line. You know, you remember Fayoshe. You remember Dino. You remember when they deny you, say you cannot. You have to go. They have to go and lock you up first. Abi, you remember Dino? At some point, Dino Melaye actually. Dino Melaye was on a tree. Remember the story? Dino Melaye said he was hanging on a tree because DSS wanted to kill him. When they said Dino Melaye escaped from police there, some of you don't remember stories, and I love remembering them. And when I remember them, right, they actually crack me up. Okay, it's not because of what I'm talking about. It's not because what I'm talking about is not really that matter. But when you remember some crazy things that all these crazy people have done in that name or in the name of that country, it cracks you up. Sincerely. So Dino Melaye said he was hiding on a tree. You remember? Then he fainted. Remember that too. You remember Olisame too? You remember Fayoshe? When Fayoshe also fainted in court. I mean, no. Was Fayoshe fainted in court? Yeah. It was when they said, I think it was in Ekiti, Fayoshe fainted. Yeah, when they shoot tear gas. Then he came out with this neck guard because he broke his... And he said, I'm in pain. You remember? Then 4 days later, the neck didn't disappear and all of that because the court had to let him go on a medical trip. You know, you remember? Then the recent one, NDDC, Podei of NDDC, the one that spent 80 billion naira in 4 months between April and August. He spent 80 billion on coronavirus. And when they ask him, how come this one is not yet? It's there now. Why? It's like, what is, okay, you know what? I will come back. I will bring it. I will bring that. Okay, what about this 77 million? What about this 350 something million? It's there. It's not there. Okay, I will bring it. They say, okay, you need to explain this too. Can you please explain this? He was like, oh boy, I have to be a legend here. Legend, act. I just do like he don't get conversion, he don't get grill, bring spoon, bring all of that, you know, those things. That's exactly what Maina did. When they finally told him that we are not going to let you go home, you are going to be locked up because you escaped. But I just go the legend way. Let me show you. And they told him that he's not going home.
So they can meet them. Contact is court security. Let them direct you to the medical section. You can call the judge, doctor to come and check.
That's the legend way. I wish you can put that stunts. If the policemen in Nigeria are trying to intimidate or harass you, they will just post the legend way. Pretend that you have fainted. Well, it's just in Nigeria, even if you are pretending that you have fainted, Nigeria policemen. That's a tough one, isn't it? Because just one single slap, before you pretend to have fainted, yeah, one single slap when you wake up, Baba, the confession you didn't give before you fainted, or you act to have fainted, you will confess, you will incriminate yourself, you will give every judgment that they need to give, and all of that stuff, yeah. Or if they say, is he dead? Shoot him. And you don't even need to shoot you before you jump up and say, well, I wish you can go the legend way on all of them in Nigeria whenever they are intimidating you. Just let them just shout, hey, he's dying, save him, hospital, call doctor. I wish it is a legend way and it works well with them. Sowore is too stubborn. Sowore will not use that. He should just use, I need to go abroad for treatment. But Sowore knows that if he should do that, if he should leave Nigeria, they will make sure that he never comes back to Nigeria. Like, they will block his way from coming to Nigeria. They will even prefer to deport him back to America. Some of us will be happy with that too. Me personally will be happy if they can just let him go away, go and meet his family, go and meet his daughter. You know what I mean? And then if he still wants to fight, he can come back. But Sowore, that's going to be like a wish list for me. I actually spent a longer time tonight with everyone, and I enjoy every bit of it. Like this governor, but not like this governor. Okay, I enjoy it, but let me show you.
On the floor.
That's Abia State Governor. Ikpeazu. They call him Ikpeazu. Yeah, look at him. Thank you everyone for your time tonight. Just like I said, I enjoyed myself tonight. It's a long broadcast. I'm sorry if you're just joining me and joining us and you have to start all over again and watch from the beginning. I understand. You are going to enjoy every bit of it. Just relax when you're watching it again. Okay. So thank you to all of you who sent in your super sticker, super chats. I love using those words. Super sticker, super chats. Subscribe, join, be a member. That stuff. It makes me feel good because they are good. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you to every one of you who copied this link and shared with your different platforms too. Because let me be honest with you, if you're not doing that, there's no way we will be getting over 700, 1,000, sometimes 2,000 people watching and all of that. It is because you took out your time to copy and share. So continue to do that. And if you are yet to subscribe on Maiyegun's Diary, remember, do it now. It is quite good to do that, and you won't miss anything anytime. Okay, so thank you to all of you. And again, remember, Baba T, if you are very much watching me as well, remember, I'm still waiting for my camera. And yeah, there's one person as well who also wants to get a camera out there for Maiyegun. I have been told I can experiment with all of these. Who knows, I might be experimenting with yours. So thank you very much to all of you who have always been supportive and then been reaching out as well. Thank you. So I'm going to see you again. I'm back to work tomorrow and next. So there may be a one-off either tomorrow evening or the one after that. Whichever way that comes first, I'm going to see you when I see you again. Stay safe and have a good night. Good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àníyàn sọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àníyàn sọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àníyàn sọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àníyàn sọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àníyàn sọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àníyàn sọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àníyàn sọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì.